This spectacular view of the mountains is what I wake up to every morning right here from my apartment in Manizales, reminding me of the immense generosity and beauty of nature all around us. But recently, it got me thinking that despite all this abundance, as human beings, we continue to live with the many problems of the world. Problems causing us depression, sorrow, anxiety, and feelings of isolation. And it makes me wonder, what can possibly bring about a radical change in the world? We all want to make this change. Many of us have made small acts that have brought about difference in the world. But globally, is there one act that can bring about a radical change? And it makes me think back to something that happened during my time in Nicaragua. It was during the holiday season, and one day I was seated in a terrace at a cafe. I had a bag of cookies, which I brought along every day for the kids who walked the streets for money and food to help feed their families. And on this particular day, as the children ate the cookies, we talked and laughed. And at some point, this lady seated behind me spoke out to one of the little girls and said, "Aren't you spoiled? Take advantage of this nice lady's company." The little girl turned back at her and asked, "Why are you seated alone?" And the lady responded, "The holiday blues. This time of the year makes me sad." Without giving it a second thought, the little girl stood up beside me and asked, "Do you mind if I go sit with her? She's sad to be alone." I had goosebumps. I smiled and nodded. The little girl walked over to her, put her arm around her and said, "Don't be sad. I'll stay with you." This woman, having been so touched by this little 8-year-old girl's generosity, went on to organize a gift-giving event for the unprivileged children in her neighborhood. So now I want to ask you, what if we knew for a fact so real like the air we breathe, that our thoughts and our actions can affect and influence those around us in such a way that they can reach out, touch them, and eventually make their way back to us? Would this bring about a radical change in the world? I would love to hear your thoughts on it.